This is Rich, one of the co-founders here at Product Gym, and as part of our resume series for transitioners, this particular video I'm very excited to make, which is actually for business operations specialists. So this is like product management is a very general role, but business operations is also a very general and vague role as well. With that said, I'm going to be going over with you from top half, professional summary, skills, the experience, how it's supposed to look like, and then also giving you some suggestions and certifications, side projects. If you want to go ahead and access this resume template along with the resources that I'm going to get ready to reference, such as the Airtable, everything is inside my school link right here where I have the resume templates for all of these other positions down here. And I'll be actually coming out with more templates as we move on with the series. I'm actually pretty much done with, I would say, like close to 14, 15 of these videos already. So if you don't want to go ahead and wait for it to get released out one by one, definitely get access to school. And then on top of that, if you want access to this resume template, go ahead and click the school link. With that said, school is the link to my community, by the way. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with the resume. So business operations is actually a role that I'm very excited about because product management is pretty vague, but business operations is pretty vague too because you're basically doing anything, everywhere, everything all at once, right? Everything, everywhere, all at once. It's kind of like product management, but like it's a little bit more, I would say, even general, because a lot of times you would see this role for startups and essentially you are playing the role of a product manager, but you never really had formal product management training, which Product Gym can go out there and help you out with. But what I'm really trying to focus in the entire resume series for transitioners is giving you some examples to make it easier for you to craft your own resume utilizing product management lingo. So let's go ahead and get started at the very top with the professional summary. In terms of the professional summary, I never recommend anybody utilizing a professional summary just because there's just so many candidates out there right now that recruiters and hiring teams often never read it at all. But if you are going to go ahead and have a professional summary, let's just go ahead and have it done right. What I see with a lot of, I would say, people that are transitioning into the role is their professional summary is too long because they're trying to paint themselves as I was a rock star in my previous role and just give me a shot in this new role. You should make it very clear, 3 to 4 sentences tops, that you didn't click on the wrong send button. You are here to apply for a product manager job. You're extremely excited for the product manager role, and you are leveraging your business operations experience, your management consulting experience, your software engineering experience, and you want to go ahead and land a product manager job. And the reason why I'm applying to your company is XYZ. Again, I don't recommend that you have it, but if you are going to do it, I would say let's have it done right. Skills encompass any of the skills, like I would say technical buzzwords, tools, applications, software that you're using. If you don't have all of this, it's cool. Just list out exactly what it is that you have. Again, this is a template right here. I have more skills that you can actually access here under product management buzzwords if you want to go ahead and add in a few more. But overall, if you don't have it, just don't stress out about it. A lot of times, once people actually see the list and they actually get access to this template, they actually realize they're a lot less stressed out because, hey, I actually have a lot more tech skills and actually utilize a lot more technology than I give myself credit for. Again, it's just a template. Feel free to take anything out. When it comes down to the experience, I'm going to go ahead and reference 3 separate titles that's very common in business operations. Operations specialist, operations coordinator, operations associate. And notice here that each and every one of these bullets here, there's basically a skills category. And the reason for that is if you don't like the bullet that I've referenced here, don't worry, my feelings are not going to get hurt. I just want you to go ahead and get the job. Like, hey, Rich, I didn't like that for testing and validation or competitive market analysis, or I didn't like that for metrics and KPIs or like data tracking or reporting and all that, or process documentation. I've also included a list of other examples that you can go ahead and use. So if you want to change anything, you should, but definitely remove, you shouldn't have this here. You should delete that, like project management, you should delete that. You should, data analysts, you should go out there and delete that. Stakeholder management, you should absolutely go ahead and delete that. Customer experience, and like you should go out there and delete that. So that, just take out this portion of it. But in each and every one of these positions, we basically want to go ahead and include a variety of skills categories. So things like go-to-market, leadership, stakeholder, managing stakeholder expectations, training process and training documentation. These are all skills categories for the product manager role. You only need to reference it one time. You don't really need to reference it more than once. So I would say 4 to 5 bullets per position absolutely suffice. And if you need any more, you can always just go out there and reference the error table. But like I see, like software engineering is the perfect example. They know you have a computer science degree and they know you do coding because you've been a software engineer for the last 2 or 3 positions or the last 3 or 4 years. You don't need to reference your track record in software engineering. There's a reason why you were on the payroll the entire time, right? What you want to go ahead and include is like all the skills that's transferable to product management that a recruiter wouldn't necessarily think that a software engineer would be doing on the job. Such as, oh yeah, of course I did the coding and everything, but I also interviewed the customers. I also wrote user stories. I also managed the roadmap. I also did customer feedback surveys. I also prioritized features. Like, oh, usually product managers do that. Yeah, but we were really short staffed, so I took a lot of those responsibilities off. Same thing here. Everything that you do in business operations, you don't need to list out. You need to focus on the skills that are relevant to a product manager role and definitely take advantage of this template to utilize product management lingo and terminology to basically the narrative that we're trying to tell in your story is I was doing business operations, but I was also doing a lot of product management too because we're short staffed. That's not exactly a difficult narrative to go ahead and spin, considering right now with the mass layoffs, anybody that's left standing is doing at least 4 to 7 people's job. So to say that, yeah, well, I did 100% of my job, but that was just my job because we need help. That's actually now 60% of my job. 40% of my job is actually also doing product management because they needed me on that side as well. And that's basically how you go out there and spin your story, which isn't exactly far off from the truth because we're now operating in a market climate where it's all hands on deck. So take advantage of this. You can go ahead and move these bullets around. And in addition to that, where operations, I would say people kind of fall short is maybe not having some of the AI or the technical skills. And right now, AI is not only the hottest thing, it is the new way of the business. So definitely consider getting a few AI certifications underneath your belt to differentiate yourself from the market. And there's a few side projects that I would go ahead and recommend here. Let me know in the future videos if you would like me to go and reference some side projects that you guys can go ahead and use. Overall, take advantage of this template. Schedule a consultation with us if you want to see how we can help you land your first product manager job. But overall, all the resources that I've just listed is available for y'all in the YouTube description. Reach out to me on LinkedIn if you'd like to go ahead and talk some more. I will talk to you very, very soon.